So it's time for Beanstalk, episode 14.
Yay.
The number one gaming news site of this side of the city.
Which city?
Chernobyl.
Oh, going there, right?
Yeah. Totally.
We finally have some closure. With the PS5, boys.
Ooh,
There was a showcase on Wednesday. Are we going to say outright, or are we going to have people hold on to the end to figure out the big news?
Well, I missed most of it, so you're going to have
Yeah.
to fill me in.
Don't listen to Ismai.
Yeah.
I'm kind of confused as to what the big news is because I don't know. PlayStation really brought it in the showcase.
Oh,
There's quite a bit of stuff to talk about.
It looks like people are just gonna have to hold on. We're gonna tell you all the things. Oh my goodness, PlayStation with a great start. Final Fantasy 16.
I'm still playing 10, so it's my first one, so I'm liking it. It's good. Yeah. Haven't gotten very far because I've been playing that Captain Tsubasa. But, yeah.
Yeah, man, Captain Tsubasa.
16 is a new game. It looks like it's actually going to be in a medieval or a fantasy setting. Because the past 7, I've definitely started with 7 Final Fantasies started being more futuristic. They were RPGs taking the place in futuristic fantasy settings. This one's more traditional fantasy in which you have
Dragons.
Dragons.
Yeah.
You have your monsters. You have
What about the
swords
boy band?
and shields? Oh, yeah, gotta have those.
Yeah, the knights. They're the boy band. And you have your prince, who I believe the plot, from what I could gather from the trailer, is likely going to revolve around you, a knight, who is sworn to protect the kingdom and the prince. He's just a little boy at this point. And you're marked, so you're indebted to the kingdom. You're like property instead of a human. You're tackling them political issues kind of Final Fantasy.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be like that. You have to protect your kingdom. You have to protect the prince, who's just a child, and he's probably ignorant of the world, if I could guess basic cliches in storytelling.
So will we get like a little Sims part and then have like a RPG afterwards? You protect the kid for a little bit, he grows up, and then you get to play with the kid as an adult.
Yeah, where you have to pick what dream he has and his occupation. And then you'll come back to him from time to time when he's out in the back digging through the garbage. Like, man, why are you doing that?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Something like that.
Or walk around with stink lines because he won't take a bite. And you're like, oh.
We'll find out. It looks very interesting. For now, it's just been announced that it's going to be coming out soon for the PS5, exclusive, except on PC.
Yeah,
that's
PC's great.
You know what? There was another game that said exclusive only on the PlayStation, also the PC.
Game was that though?
That was the Demon Souls.
Oh, okay. So does that mean we're not going to get a crappy PC port? Because I know in Dark Souls, that is like the worst PC port ever imaginable. I tried playing it without a controller.
It's kind of up in the air at this point because PC is not a console, right?
Yeah.
And it says also on PC, but I mean, if it's available on launch or if it comes maybe a little bit later, I'm not sure.
So I know, when you get a controller, it kind of changes everything. Mm-hmm. You're like, all right, well now I don't even really need to worry about the port being terrible, but there's still always sometimes like a little.
I think it might just be purely exclusively on the PlayStation for a bit, because why would you create a new PlayStation game and tell people to play it on other things? That doesn't seem smart.
That's usually how it happens. A console port is going to come out, and that console port is going to be exclusive to PlayStation, and then eventually they're going to have the PC port. Because game studios, because making console games makes money.
Yeah.
PC might be stronger, but consoles make money, so they make the game with the intent of you're playing it on a console. So then they have to work around, like, okay, PCs work like this, consoles work a different. So, next thing, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Kevin, you know more about this than I think.
Yeah, no, I was kind of skeptical But then I saw this trailer. I'm like, man, it looks so good. It looks so fun. It also got me hyped up for the potential Spider-Man sequel game, man. Like, you gotta, if they raise the bar, they can only raise it more later, I feel, or crash and burn. I like, oh.
At the web swinging action.
Yeah.
Of course they got web swing.
That's what the Spider-Man 2 and the PlayStation 2, right? That's what that was famous for.
Yeah.
Had the best web swinging.
Well,
and then you go back to it, and it was good for the time for a long time.
And then you got the Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, right?
Yeah.
And then I think that one had pretty solid web swinging. Yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't played it myself, so I wouldn't know.
I think Ultimate Spider-Man is also another good one.
Okay.
PS2. That one you can actually freaking reel in and lower yourself with webs too.
If I could have any perfect Spider-Man game, I think it would be Spider-Man 2 with the physics of Spider-Man PS4. And the visuals too, sure. But I think Spider-Man 2 on the PS2 would definitely benefit from having a stronger physics engine. You could,
a lot of that game's problems were technical, right? Like it.
Yeah,
probably. I mean, it was pretty good for the era.
It was really fun. I mean, they put a lot of effort into the web swing, and that's what people remember and love. And what I remember and love was
that was the only thing I did in that game.
The only thing I did was grab people with my web, swing them around, and throw them off the building.
All I did was wait for the load screens.
That too.
Although I had mine on the Xbox, so. Man, one of the first games I ever bought, actually console games, I bought Spider-Man 2 for the Xbox and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Battle for Bikini Bottom. That one. I remember.
Too bad we didn't get the multiplayer we were promised.
Too bad the port is just the game. Too bad they didn't actually try to fix anything from the game. They just did it.
They kind of broke more, to be fair.
Yeah.
They really broke it.
I went through my Switch album of my screenshots from games, and I have an entire set of glitches from SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Because on the PlayStation 2, I don't remember it being so buggy.
It wasn't great, but it didn't have the kind of strange goings on. For instance, you know how you can wall jump with SpongeBob? He smashes his face against the wall. In the Dutchman's Graveyard episode, somehow SpongeBob got turned around for me, and so he was going backwards. And so you could see his stupid face, which you're not supposed to see in the game. He's supposed to go on the wall's face first, but he got turned around somehow.
That's weird. His back became his front, and the front became his back.
That's awesome. I haven't played up to that point. Man. Wait, did you ever get past the Kelp Forest thing, man? I remember you were kind of struggling with it.
The Magic Con?
I wasn't struggling with it.
Or was that Gregory?
Greg was struggling with it. Greg's problem is that his controller might not be great, so because the jumps in Kelp Forest are extremely precise. That in itself is a problem. I mean, that could have used some work, looking at it, remaking the game and being like, maybe this game shouldn't be so finicky. No, they decided to do nothing.
It works.
And then they gave us Robo Squidward, and they gave us the worst version of Robo Squidward.
They didn't even really give us Robo Squidward.
What a tease. They just threw him in there, but he's not really there.
Oh.
You don't get to fight him. What's the point of that?
Rip.
Go back to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
We could get my notes out. Story's going to revolve around Miles Morales versus the Tinkerer and the Underground. And there's some sort of power struggle there with them against the...
now, is the Tinkerer the lady chicken with the LED mask thing? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because typically Tinkerer is an old white man. So when I saw a girl, shaking her caboose as Spider-Man, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. But the only story thing I know is that it takes place a year after Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what it said. Oh, okay.
And Miles moved to Harlem, and...
Ideally, it's going to be a launch title.
It is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Or maybe not, because it's coming out holiday 2020. So, at least this year, though.
Okay. Yeah.
But what matters is that they showed off gameplay, and they showed off some of Miles's exclusive moves that he has that Peter doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the electroshocking, and he's got his invisibility.
So wait, he's basically the Sith Lord. He electrocute people.
Yes, and
Ooh.
also hiding in the shadows as well.
Oh. So yeah, the Sith Lord. He's kind of like hid in that little abyss when he supposedly died for a little while, and showed up in that new movie, right? Whatever it was.
Don't spoil that awful movie.
I never saw it, so.
Never seen it? Oh, man. How did you have the story so on point?
How could I spoil it when I've never seen it?
How did the guys survive that Death Star explosion? They never talk about that. It's the worst thing ever. And how do you end up on the planet with just half his body?
Kevin, if they can bring Princess Leia back, for whatever reason.
I know, but she never died canonically. Except when she did. I totally forgot.
She should have stayed dead, but no.
I mean, she was dead long before she died, if you know what I mean.
And they resurrected her. CGI. God. What a mess.
Man, and then her part in the movie was awful as well. Oh no.
It was very minuscule. Maybe it was because she died that they brought down her part a little bit. And then eventually
maybe they brought her back because they're like, too soon. Could that be it?
I mean, she dies in that movie anyways, so I mean, it really didn't matter in the end.
Man, you know it. Remember how she's like, "Oh, I'm not going to train because when I finish training, my son's going to die." And then Luke had a vision where he's like, "Oh man, once you stop training, I'm going to have to kill your son." And it's like, man, the whole plot of this whole movie could have been saved if these siblings just had a quick conversation, be like, "Hey man, isn't it weird we both had visions of your son dying?
Don't ever forget.
Isn't it weird that I'm the one that's supposed to kill him somehow?"
Don't ever forget.
Even though I was tempted to kill my dad, but I didn't because I'm like, no, never, except no, but I'll kill my nephew, no problem.
And then, Han Solo. Correct.
Then Han. Why did you say Han?
Because he got murdered, no hand.
Because you're actually Rando Calrissian in.
Oh, Rando.
Okay. So, next,
I was hearing they're offering to pay Rando in boobs to get him in the movie. Is that true?
Probably. I think so.
I mean, I don't know the man personally, but I hear a lot of the drinking jokes be made to get him back into the set. Oh, that's awful and funny at the same time. Oh.
So speaking of huge franchises with deep lore and big old worlds, Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh yeah, Hogwarts Legacy.
What is this? Explain this to me.
So this game was actually like teased or announced a few years ago at E3, where they showed a world where
isn't it basically a Harry Potter RPG?
Yeah, Wizarding World, Harry Potter RPG.
Yeah, and
you're not seeing this, but my eyes just went wide.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Listen to his eyes wide.
No, because
watching it, I was like.
So I have the first things like the first 3 Harry Potter games on my PC.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like back when there's CD-ROMs. So that's a while ago. But yeah, I've got one which is the Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, and Prisoner of Azkaban. And they're kind of RPG. They're more like kind of like adventure.
I know, but you follow the stories of Harry. And his friends.
Yes. So in this one, do I get to be my own person?
Yes.
Really?
You're a Hogwarts student.
Yeah.
In the late 1800s.
Yeah, so it's kind of like KOTOR meets Hogwarts a little bit.
So is this during Voldemort or before
it's
Voldemort?
way before.
Way before? Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. So do we still have like the 4 houses or whatever?
Yes. Hogwarts has always been that way.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah, no, when there was no Harry Potter to be found, I'm like, oh man,
is Dumbledore still alive?
He's probably.
I don't think so. I think he was just born canonically.
Yeah, you might get like some sort of cameo or like an Easter egg.
Or just like, baby Dumbledore.
My baby Albus. Look at him,
baby Albus.
Do we get a what's his name? Hagrid. Our own version of Hagrid.
I don't know if Hagrid's actually that old, but maybe.
No, he's definitely not. But like.
Maybe there's going to be a Hagrid who's clearly Hagrid. He's like, no, I'm not Hagrid. That guy is alive 200 years from now.
My name is Harlan.
My name is Haggard.
My name is Mike Haggard. I'm from Final Fight. So Hogwarts Legacy is taking place in the 1800s, and you're a Hogwarts student, and you get to like hunt monsters and like practice spells.
What year in the 1800s though?
Late.
Oh, okay. So after slavery.
Who is? Oh man, that would be interesting. Actually, would there be like some shit that goes down in school with like, oh, there you go,
Oh no.
affirmative action hire students?
Oh no.
Because there's when you're in the 1800s, there's a lot of implications there.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, our history starts to look not so good when we go back in time.
But then again, I guess it would be England, right? So
England, yeah,
they have a little less slavery there
supposedly.
because they do the slavery elsewhere,
Doesn't mean
not
that
in
they
their home country.
doesn't mean that they were cool. With
No.
No, they weren't.
No, because they started first, they got over it fast.
Yeah.
Which is an awful thing to say, but it's like, yeah, they were the first to the party, and then they got it out of their system.
With the colonization.
Yeah, no, we're going strong with the second season as a podcast.
We're messing around.
You know what I want? I want to like look up when Moaning Myrtle died, and I want to know if we're gonna meet Myrtle when she was alive, and then we can be the cause of her
What
death.
about Headless Nick?
We can be the cause of Headless Nick.
Oh, yeah, he could have just died or something. Or, like, maybe you have to investigate his murder.
Oh, dude, that'd be so cool. Just like you get to meet Headless Nick, you get to talk to him for a bit, and then you find out why he's Headless Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're the one that cuts his head off, kind of.
Yeah, I want to be the cause of Headless Nick.
Oh, you get to make that choice. You're like, oh, I'll turn you into Headless Nick.
I know he'll be fine. And you just let him get killed.
I want to be the man who made Myrtle moan.
Yeah, you just call her names. Be like, you stupid.
Oh.
Be like, and then you hear the ghost. I don't think that's how it happened. Oh, God.
I love
Imagine the movie plot. It was like, no, they called me names, and then I just killed, and then I was just dead.
Oh, like I couldn't handle it. My heart broke.
I guess we're not having a season 3 at this point, right?
This is what's
Season 3 is when we really hit our stride.
like nobody like cares about us online, and then all of a sudden this episode comes out, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Banned.
See, all we need is one episode. And be like, oh, man. No, like in one of the streams, a couple people were like, man, we just started watching you talking about beating the crap out of Sora. We're like, yeah. Schmang, stupid Sora.
Oh my god! So, next on the list, a game nobody cares about: Black Ops Cold War.
I actually don't care. How many Black Ops games have there been now?
A lot.
There's one, which I played. I liked one. One was awesome.
One is awesome.
But two was okay. I mean, I liked the kind of setting was interesting.
I liked zombies better in 2.
Yeah, the zombies.
Yeah, because you can play 4-player local. Yeah, that was cool.
And then you had.
Didn't touch 3.
Yeah, I didn't. I think I own 3. I just never touched it.
But wasted a lot of money on 4.
I don't think I ever got 4.
Because I'm like, oh, cool, the zombies look great.
And then they stopped for a second, and they had Modern Warfare, and now it's Cold War. So there's 5 Black Ops games now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Instead of going with 5, which, it would have really helped their case with, 4 it showed that they were tally marks, not Roman numerals,
Yeah.
Because 4 had the 4 lines. If they had just done Black Ops 5, it would have been obvious to people.
Yeah.
But now everybody online is just
arguing whether it's tally marks or Roman numerals.
Also, they don't have the confidence to put 5 on their game.
No, but no, like if 4 is just 4 things, because it would be IV for 4, so therefore it is.
It would have been that, but it's not Roman numerals. It's tally marks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So they're just not doing 5. They're not doing the 4 lines in the cross.
That's I want to see a game with tally mark of 5. That'd be cool. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Like Hardcore Henry 2. The hardcore ring.
Is there a Hardcore Henry 2?
No.
Oh. It got me excited for a second. That was such a weird movie. Is he it's like first person?
No, I was hyped the whole time, and then it was revealed the guy with the hands was freaking what's his name from Lie to Me. I'm like, ew. that was, then I put his face in all the scenes, and I'm like, oh. I'm like, dang.
The one thing I'll say about Cold War is that I guess if you care about the multiplayer, which there are people like that.
Do you even have a good esports scene, or
anymore?
Because I know when Call of Duty was big, it did have a big esports scene, but even that was pretty still like growing, kind of like
Call of Duty was the thing that created MLG.
Yeah, but MLG always sucked.
Yes,
it's a terrible. Sorry, it's a terrible website. It never worked. It was always janky, and no one really used it. So, yeah.
When it failed, Call of Duty has just fallen out of people's consciousness.
I think Battlefield was also kind of the same way almost.
Oh, nobody cared about Battlefield from the start.
I don't know, maybe they should just dial back how many Call of Duties are coming out.
I think that's the main problem, is they make one every year.
Yeah, what if they had like one Call of Duty every like 5 years or so?
And they're always the same games, so it really rubs people the wrong way.
Yeah.
They look the same, they play the same, they try to add things, but they're not actually different.
And the only reason I like any of them is because of the story. They actually had a decent story to it. Like with the first Black Ops, it had a really good story.
Yeah, no, Black Ops 1 is the only one I actually did play the game. I tried with 2, and I lost interest.
I lost interest like midway through, I think. And I was like, oh, the story wasn't good. I mean, the setting was interesting.
I tried the first level. I'm like, I don't care. And then I died. I'm like, okay.
But Black Ops 1 had the whole, like number stations, the JFK assassin. It just had like,
is Mason crazy? Is so and so a real person or like,
it was really awesome. And also it had like real stuff in there too. Like there's some like information like real things that actually happened in real life. And so you're going
things they're allowed to tell us.
And then when the credits roll and you see the real photographs, and then they also Photoshop, I think, piece it in there. And
they got to.
Yeah. Then you're just like, oh. It really just blows your mind away. You're like, oh my god, he was there.
The only campaign I ever played in a COD game was Modern Warfare 3. The one with the scene. The mass war crime.
What was this?
Yeah, I also don't know.
We walk into...
It's the episode. It's a controversial episode, Christopher, to say it.
You walk into the airport and you murder everyone.
Oh, dude, this is not... Yeah, no one cares.
That's okay. We walk in the room and all the time.
TSA didn't do their job.
Yeah, that was the problem.
They arrested the Arab-looking guy when they should have arrested you.
Yeah.
The original Call of Duties are the best ones. 1, 2, and 3. It's like the big red one. Call of Duty 3, and I forget what the Call of Duty 1 is called, but yeah.
I think it's like it's the name of either a war or a year.
No, it's just 1, 2, and 3. That's Call of Duty. And then I think 2 is the big red one. And then 3 is just 3. And that's just World War II. And then the World War II.
Yeah, how many Call of Duty games are World War II?
4. Or 4 games.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, and 3. And then you had Call of Duty.
World War II.
Yeah, that came out.
5.
Yeah, that came out a few years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. It was just really short. That was the issue. It was just too short. So I wasn't too happy. But I mean, it was good though. I played it. I enjoyed it.
So that's where they changed the time period to the Cold War. This one.
I mean, at least it's a new time period,
Yeah.
I mean, Black Ops 1 was technically Cold War as well, though. So going back to its roots.
I know, but that was more war than cold. This seems to be more sneaky ops kind of stuff.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Exclusive PS4 alpha for the multiplayer for Cold War. By the time this episode gets posted, it's already over.
Yeah, no, I saw some people playing. I had a couple friends online that were playing.
The next thing, Resident Evil 8 Village.
Is this a launch title? See, this is also a trailer I didn't see, but I am aware.
So is this a new Resident Evil game or a remake?
It's a new one.
A brand new one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Because the last one was pretty good. I saw videos of it.
It looks like
Biohazard?
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like it's going to share some like motifs or story elements from...
Is it like 7 or is it more like 4 and 5?
It's like 7 in the sense that it's a horror in like the way that it's presented. Okay. It's not like action-y like 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
Because 7 I think did an excellent job with the horror stuff. There aren't that many good horror games, and 7 was
Also, Man of Medan was pretty good. I'm just thinking about
we
started taking some really good horror games.
Is that the one that's 2-player?
I think.
You need to play that, Kevin.
Yeah, no. Oh, on the channel.
Yeah, we need to do this.
We're not playing Kirby anymore, so yeah, no. See, there's a slot.
Chris, can we do it?
Sure, if you want.
Yes.
I mean, I was going to ask you guys what you wanted to play. And...
Yeah, no, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, we should do the Man of the Dot. It's 2 players, right?
I'm pretty sure it is.
And then you have to like if you lose a character, you lose the character for good. So it'll be fun if one of us screws up the QuickTime events, and that'll be the playthrough.
Oh man, yeah, look, oh man, I see now live.
Yeah.
Yeah, Resident Evil 8, cool.
Village. I put a note, un forastero with a question mark. Because
a forest?
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
It's in like a frozen village, I believe.
Well, it reminded stuff from 8 looks like it reminds me of stuff from 4, and that's why I remember that. Because they were like Spanish speaking, like it was like a Spanish village or something, and the people were turning into zombies, and they would shout things like "un forastero."
So is this Spain or is this Mexico?
I think it was.
I believe Spain, because
Okay.
they were somewhere in Europe.
So they had like the list then.
Maybe
they were indistinct non-Mexican Hispanics.
They were also zombies, so I didn't.
No, they weren't zombies. Capcom made it very clear there were no zombies in Resident Evil.
Well, there's no such thing as zombies.
Why don't they just?
Well, I mean, you're saying these things and you're right, but I think we're on different pages here. Yes. So yeah, is it launch title? Did they say or anything?
I don't think it's launch title. Yeah, in fact, I think it's coming out next year.
Oh,
that's a shame, but it's going to be good. Chris came back, and I like the first scene. It looks like he betrays you. So,
but what is this?
That's going to be Chris Redfield.
Who's that?
Longtime series protagonist, Chris Redfield, 5 and 1.
You have to understand, I never played a Resident Evil game. I've only seen a video of 7.
Okay, then you wouldn't know either way.
He was in 7, but people didn't like how they looked, so they massively changed him up again.
Okay.
Yeah, usually he's roided out big muscle man.
Okay.
But now they threw a coat over his roids, so you forget about his roiding.
Alrighty.
So after Village was the game Deathloop from Bethesda, I think. I remember taking note that it was like a big time company, and it looks cool because it's got like the 70s sort of action movie aesthetic, and the gameplay is, it's like a shooter. You're fighting these crazy people who are like rich, and they come to this island just to kill somebody. Kind of like that Purge mentality.
You mean like the Dangerous game?
Yeah.
Yeah. They go on the island and hunt people.
Yeah, and so you're meant to assassinate 6 targets, and you're like trying to get them, and that's how you break the death loop. That's how you get off the island. There's an assassin who's specifically targeting you, and so.
Oh, is this like the ship then? You guys ever played the ship?
No.
PC game. Really old PC game. Basically, you're just on a ship, and then it'll tell you, oh, you have to kill so and so, and then that person has to kill someone else, or it could be you, and you're basically playing whoever you got to hunt down the person that you're trying to kill and not get caught in the process of it. Really fun game. Really old game. I think there's still some servers that run. It was like almost 10, 15 years old now.
No, but speaking of games that involve you secretly killing people, have you guys heard about this game called Among Us?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so why haven't we all downloaded it on our phones, and why aren't we playing as we podcast right now?
I mean, I played a round or two. There's some other games.
I like that the meta is just be a terrible person on the inside, and you can just get away with awful, awful things.
There's other games that are similar that I prefer over it, so. But
okay.
I mean, like, it's still okay. It's just
I just like that you're the little chibi beans.
Yeah. It's short, it's quick.
I like the cutesy aesthetic, but then you just die terribly brutally.
Okay, Kevin, then maybe we'll play that later at some other point.
Okay.
But like Deathloop, it's based around that. The 2 assassins gameplay.
Yeah.
One has to target 6 targets. And the death loop is every time you die, you have to restart.
Now, is this multiplayer or single player?
I don't know yet. Let me finish.
Okay.
Because all I know is that you have to go through the loop and figure out more details each time so that you can set up situations to kill multiple targets at the same time. Because the more time you take, the easier it is for the other assassin to get you.
It sounds like it'd be a single player game, more so than a multiplayer game. But so that's my guess. I'm guessing single player.
Probably, but through the gameplay, it looks like you can also play as the rival assassin.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Reminds me a bit of the. I think the servers got closed down now, but it's called Bowling. I don't know if you guys know what that game is.
I remember that.
I also were to call
it. It didn't last very long because I guess the player base never really took off.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought it. I played it a little bit. It was really fun because it was literally just like a Hunger Games-esque, just battle royale thing. But yeah, it was fun. It was always quick. It was fast paced. So it was good fun.
Okay.
And that reminded me of that. So
yeah. So after Deathloop was Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition for PS5.
Devil May Cry that's like a
Dante.
action. Yeah, I know it's the Dante's Inferno thing.
Not Dante's
Inferno, but
his name is Dante.
Well, whenever I think of Dante, I think of Dante Alighieri.
Man, why don't we get a PlayStation 5 remake of Dante's Inferno, man? I mean, because just from a visual standpoint alone, take all of the faults away and just the look of the game. I'm just saying.
Man, I still need to play Dante's Inferno. I still need to finish the book. Because I got through, I think I got to like Canto 13, which is like when the harpies come down and start scratching the trees and stuff. That's one of my favorite bits. But yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, no, Dante's Inferno is a fun game.
But so Devil May Cry. But you
special edition. Yeah.
Special edition. I don't know yet what makes it special because
I see.
I haven't even played the regular edition.
Yeah.
But
I played the regular.
So wait, is this a remake or is this a
no? It's like what you did. You do the Ultimate Edition, you do the Complete Edition. It's like it's the game, and then they put extra stuff.
I see. I got you.
They like add icing to the top of the cake.
So this is a game that's already out then.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, also one of the only good things Xbox announced is that they're talking about they aren't gonna download Xbox versions of the games for their backwards compatibility. They're just gonna slap their HDR and their IGF resolution on it instead.
Hopefully that works, though.
I know, but too bad Xbox doesn't have any games to make me buy it to try out to see if this actually is truth.
Well, I mean, you got the games that you've already had.
I know, but I could play those on my systems I have currently.
Yeah, depending on the exclusive.
Why would I buy a new system that plays my stuff when I have an old system that plays my stuff?
My God, Kevin, are you speaking with logic?
I'm just thinking out loud, I guess. I probably still will eventually because I'm bad with when I have a problem.
I'll get the PlayStation 5 if I like the exclusives. That's about it.
That's all they need. That's all Xbox needs.
That's funny as much because that's how it's going down.
No, if there's good exclusives, I might get it. If not, then I'm sticking to my PC for 10 plus years until they go, oh, here's the PlayStation 6, and then I go buy PlayStation 5.
Yep.
Because that's what I do.
Do you think they'll have the guts to call it 6, or do you think they'll change it up by then?
No. It's been 1 through 5. Why would they change it?
No. The 5 is the last one. There's no more PlayStation. There's that. Boom.
The person who names the Xbox consoles is just like trying to come up with other stupid things to say, while the Sony is just like, okay, add another number.
When are they going to make the Xbox 720? That's what I wanted.
Yeah, the 2 or the 720. The 2 would look like the Xbox original, just like better hardware, and then the 720.
It'd just be a 360.
Yeah, it'd just be like the Game Sphere, except it'd be perfectly spherical and have a little stand. It'd be very impractical.
Do you know what that reminds me of? You remember once Drake and Josh? They had like the it was the version of the GameCube.
It's literally called the Game Sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was spherical.
Yep.
I love the
idea of Nintendo. There's an idea for you. Make
come on, Nintendo.
So after DMC5, Oddworld Soulstorm, and they were like, it's Oddworld and it's more brutal, and I was like, yeah,
sure.
I think I might have played an Oddworld game, but I might be wrong.
It's a puzzle, platforming.
Okay, never mind. I've never played this.
Call it your friend. the game is solving these puzzles to save the members of your race. You're like enslaved, and you have to
So this
mine.
is 1860, right before.
Stop being woke.
Oh.
Cut out half of this episode.
No, don't do that. It's gonna be like, man, why you cut the one episode we were listening to?
Oh God!
Okay,
You better keep like unedited copies.
Yeah, no, man. See, this episode's gonna be trending, and then that's the one that starts it.
of course I keep the raws.
Okay, yeah, keep the raws. Put them on a nice little hard drive. And
Oh yeah, save them in the vaults, and then
yeah, and then we when it's like our 50th anniversary, whatever the it is, you can just go open the vault, and all of the uncut raw footage just
and then
goes
we
out
can
there.
say this is why these are we didn't air them.
It would be great. And you make them pay a little premium for it, too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
friggin' Beanstalk uncensored. Now on DVD. Oh,
Why are we on DVD?
because Comedy Central picks us up. Because that's how it goes.
Oh, that reminds me of South Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their first hour-long premiere.
Bringing up Comedy Central stuff, did you guys know that one of the big ones, Tosh Point, is actually going off the air?
Ooh.
They announced this, or it wasn't announced, but like something about they didn't greenlight for another season. So I think whatever this one is
I didn't know it was still going. Like, what's he been doing?
because people always put stuff on the internet, Christopher.
So he just brings in somebody every time to just make a joke out of them?
Yeah, that's what
I
shows
never
always
watched it. So, Never watched Talk.
Yeah, there were some where that was like, oh, I didn't even know this guy was cool, thing. And then there's the other ones. I was like, oh man, you know.
Okay, so after Oddworld was FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's,
Can we skip?
Security Breach. Why are we going to skip, Ismont?
I don't know. I never liked Five Nights at Freddy's. I thought it was always
Nobody's saying likes Five Nights at Freddy's, okay?
okay.
But the reality is we can't possibly look away because it's just... Cause there's got to be something. Because this time the trailer, it like showed like an entire like...
Again, same question. Is it a launch title?
Who's to say? Maybe it is.
Come on now.
Do you really want a Five Nights at Freddy's launch title?
Yes.
You know
All
what
right,
it-
Kevin, I'm not going to do it, but okay.
You know what it looked like? This might hit some nostalgia, and there are going to be people who might not know about this. An entire John's Incredible Pizza complex.
Wait, what? Maybe
So,
now
like-
you've captured me.
So it's like NAF has always been Freddy's Pizzeria. It's a place. It's like a
A Chuck E. Cheese-esque kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
But like the trailer showed off an entire complex where there's like a laser tag room. There's a main plaza area with a whole bunch of tables.
Which John's Incredible Pizza is this? I'm going to go there.
No, I mean like just
Right before they shut down. No, I went to one that had like a. We're getting off topic, but there was one in a carousel on the inside. I'm like, man, John's Incredible Pizza.
No, the one in Modesto.
Mm.
Mhm.
The one in is pretty good. Like
Now it's an in-shape city.
yeah, yep, exactly.
I believe you mean Chernobyl.
Yeah, I mean it might as well be with all the down here, but yeah,
So it's, I mean,
definitely looked like a little smog.
Mm.
NAF has just been like this stupid jump scare looking at a screen game. Like, come on, I want it to actually be a world. I want to explore this little complex.
Why I always hate it. It was just I get like the first one came out and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Right? It was
Yeah,
nice
for the
little-
second one, just get out of the little camera room.
It was
That's
a nice little indie game kind of thing, And then it became this whole franchise thing, and I'm just like, I was never that interested in the first place. To where I'm like,
Like, the guy wasn't innovating that much each time,
Yeah.
anyways.
and it just infested, pop culture.
Mhm.
I don't know how it did it. I think YouTube, but or Twitch or whatever.
There's freaking children's toys for Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a game about children who were murdered and stuffed into suits.
Yeah. No, I know way too many kids. It's like my cousins. They like this kind of stuff, and I'm just like, oh no.
Kids also like guns. That's why they play COD.
Yes,
We need to purge the children, okay? We need to reach
Yeah, no, we need to first the children that go online and say, I'm 35 years old. No.
We just need to get rid of all the
It's like,
children.
no, child, you need to do your homework. You need to go to bed. Like, no,
I'll tell my mom.
Restart. And, like, let's choose who is allowed to be parents because clearly the parents are doing a horrible job.
I don't know, man.
It's because people enjoy making kids so much. The production is so enjoyable, Christopher, that people just don't think ahead.
They really do.
Okay, so...
I can go off topic from there because there's something I wanted to say, but...
Next thing...
That's personal.
Demon Souls.
Souls.
So, Demon Souls, like, I was watching that trailer and I was like, my goodness, this does not look like a From Software game.
Because it's, what's the, it wasn't From Software, it was a different company that handled it.
I think it was Blue Point.
Blue Point, yeah. I couldn't think of the name because I had never heard of them before.
So Japan Studio has the, rights to games like Demon Souls, and so they handed it...
Yeah, because it's not Bandai Namco, it's a strict Sony property. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they handed the remake or remastering of Demon Souls to Blue Point instead of From Software. Because From is they're always working on something. They're clearly working on something right now.
Alrighty.
I know the Blue Point was hungry and for that chance to prove themselves.
So Demon Souls is the prequel to Dark Souls, or is it the...
It was the first. Dark Souls is basically a spiritual successor.
Yeah. So yeah, Demon Souls is like the original.
Yeah.
And this is a remake of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just gotta say, what we got for this Demon Souls is what I was hoping for with SpongeBob Battle.
Yeah.
Just like a revamped, better version.
Like a full co-op campaign kind of thing.
Not even
this. I wanted a full co-op campaign for SpongeBob. That would have been the illest.
But you have it in Demon Souls now?
It's co-op multiplayer, but if I could get a buddy just sit next to me and play on Demon Souls, hells yeah. But, that's too good. They won't go for that.
So Demon Souls, it looks like supposed gameplay, definitely scripted gameplay, but the guy was going around and one swinging everybody, and I was like, it doesn't look like what I know to be of this franchise. Mm-hmm. And then he got to the boss, and the boss literally sideswiped him, and he freaking died. And I was like, yeah, that's more in line.
No, that whooping his cannon.
Oh, rip.
It looks great. I don't know, that might be probably something Greg's going to pick up, and then I'm going to be like, can I get one shot?
You'll catch a glimpse of it, and you'll be like, oh, that one.
Ooh.
No, because it looks good, but there's also virtually no load time. But there's there's the whole fog door mechanic is how the game saves the CPU, and it loads different areas at different times.
Interesting.
But it looks really good, and it takes no time to load. A lot of people are like, whoa.
When does the previous games take a long time to load?
Yeah, no, Bloodborne was notorious for how long it took.
That's a shame.
No, but it looks better than it's ever looked, and it loads faster than it's ever loaded.
Alrighty.
I'm like, you get them. Xbox, what you got?
I think
your digital version is cheaper. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, did you guys hear what they're gonna do with pricing? They're gonna raise it to $70 for main titles.
I got a little taste of this because
what?
So because I was just like, oh man, it's been a while since I've actually had an NBA game. The last one I had was 2K19. 2 years ago.
Any new ones suck after.
Look, I'm just a madman. Okay.
I think 2K20 was free with PS Plus. I tried.
Speaking of free, by the way, on Epic Games, Football Manager 2020 is for free right now.
Mm-hmm. I think that actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, you should definitely try that out.
Because I would run my team into the ground or take it to the top. There'd be no way.
Football Manager is one of those games where it crushes your soul. Because you would be like, oh, I'm doing so well, and the next game you're like, oh, I'm losing so bad.
No,
and then
just like real life.
Yeah, and then you get fired. And then you can never find a job again because you suck.
And then your wife leaves you, and this is all gameplay stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Like a second act, you have to file for divorce.
Yeah. Because if you get fired in that game, your career is basically done. If you're like a coach.
Well, you're telling me getting fired is not a game over?
No, it's not.
Oh, I love that.
You literally sit out for seasons sometimes, for years in game, just waiting for your chance for some team to be like, well, no one else wants to take this job. Will you take it?
No one wants to do that. I mean, you got nothing better to do, right?
Literally, that's literally how it goes, and it just f***s you up.
God, Ismot, that was so off topic.
No, but I love it. It's all part of the second arc.
When I was looking at the prices, I was looking on 2K's website at NBA 2K21. Of course, you got your Xbox One PS4 game, and I was like, wow, $60. That's cool. Then I looked at the PS5 and Xbox Series S version, $70. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
Why is this more expensive?
So yeah, they decided that they could do a price like I forgot what the reason was, but they gave like some stupid reason saying, oh, well, with games that are technology, they should be $70.
Yeah,
anything they should be cheaper. But
yeah,
no.
not that we're working harder on this, not like we have to like pay more for this. Just like, you got your good systems now, so let's just hike up the price.
It's stupid. There's no reason to hike up the price. In fact, it should be cheaper. Easier to produce the game.
Wait, so if there's gonna have a more expensive option, does that mean they're gonna keep like older versions of copies of games around longer? Maybe. I mean,
I don't think so. I think it's just gonna be more expensive to buy your launch title or like at launch or whatever.
I mean, I've been saving up since they announced the PlayStation. I'm buying all the. Well, I don't even care at this point. The fact that they announced it's gonna be only. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm getting a couple games and maybe an extra controller or something now.
I'm going to censor that because that's the last reveal and I was saving it for last. What are you talking about?
I'm going in wrong. No
We're going in order.
Oh, alrighty.
But I didn't tell the date at the very least. When is it coming? We'll save it for later.
Okay, so
sorry.
Demon's Souls. I'm going to skip over what was next because what was next was just Fortnite is coming to the PS5. We're not talking about that.
Well, let's talk about this.
We're not paying attention to Fortnite.
Let's talk about how we're not going to talk about it. Man, why isn't Fortnite dead yet? Why?
I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not amazing.
I mean, it's got to be on like an iron lung or something.
No, the only reason is because you had...
Nature said no, but we said yes.
You just had big Twitch streamers that caught it, and then that's where it went.
And then kids were like, guns. Dope.
And then you also you have what's it called, Tencent or Epic Games. And they've dumped so much money into this game. And they have really pumped every last penny that they got into it.
What do you mean by strapping Marvel to their league and helps them stand up?
Yeah, basically, like licensing, all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the money that they spend on it is insane. Even for like their esports scene, because that's what they're trying to do. They're basically trying to compete with PUBG and other titles. And they're going, well, here's a prize, if you win this tournament. I think it was like, what was it, a couple $1 million?
Yeah.
Or something like that. So
how come PUBG doesn't do the thing where they just had a bunch of...
Oh, because PUBG is broken and they refuse to fix it?
Well, also PUBG's kind of... It's not dead yet, but I feel like it's dying.
Like Fortnite? I hope Fortnite dies faster. Because PUBG has earned the life.
I think PUBG would die before Fortnite does. Which is kind of sad. But
see, but PUBG has the potential. He's like a go on.
No, and I think the reason why is because PUBG pissed off a lot of people when what's the name, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. That's the guy who made the PlayerUnknown was the guy's name or whatever, and he made the game. And yeah, he pissed people off because he was banning people for friendly fire by accident. Like you would actually
no ban them,
but you're banned forever.
Yeah, ban them forever. No, we don't want that trash in our game.
But sometimes you just make a mistake.
Yeah,
no,
it's literally
friendly.
Not on my game.
Look, if you're on a team, then friendly fire shouldn't be in the game.
Well, I mean, no,
yeah, if it's a mode where you're playing teams, then yeah, that shouldn't be there.
But no, so you would have like friendly fire by accident, right? And then you would get banned, and he's like, no, not reverting a ban. It's for life kind of thing. And so you're the game that you paid for is useless.
Yeah, see, because people want to kill their friends.
But it's also griefing and stuff. So I get why you'd ban people if they're prolific team killers, right? But I don't
know. I love the idea that he's like, nope, forever. But no, I threw my controller down and it touched the trigger. Nope. We've all done it. PlayStation, you can do triggers, man. Please.
Look, it's his fault. He was in the kill zone. Why did he walk into my line of sight?
And also, I think because PUBG's, I think PC only. I don't know if it's on any other consoles.
It's on the.
It's on the PlayStation. Okay, I didn't know that. See, learn something new every day.
Also, it's on the Xbox. Also.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Okay, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, it started on PC, so.
So let's get to this really cool thing. PlayStation announced that they have a PlayStation Plus collection, which is
I was also hearing.
Game Pass Ultimate, but better.
Oh yeah, how so? Explain this.
Let's see. Game
so
Pass.
That when I buy it, I feel good.
Let's see. Game Pass Ultimate is
Right.
it's a subscription-based service by Xbox. You know, you pay your money and then you can download and play a whole bunch of games, whatever they got on their Game Pass. There are 2 levels, Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate. PlayStation Plus Collection is that. There's only one level, the collection level.
Ooh.
You get to play the PlayStation games. You get to download them and play them as long as you're subscribed to the service.
Interesting.
What makes it better is that PlayStation has actually good games, Xbox doesn't.
So,
Yeah, no.
So is it every PlayStation game or just like a select?
Not every,
Okay.
but the big ones.
Okay, that's like pretty good then.
Horizon, God of War.
Ooh.
Are any of the old Dragon Ball games going to be on there finally? Realize they've never ported an old Dragon Ball games to new systems.
Because freaking Toei doesn't like to do anything with Dragon
Why
Ball.
doesn't Toei like all this money I would like to throw at them?
Because they're stupid.
Why is my money no good?
They haven't worked on second season yet.
Money's no good here, Kevin.
Hey, no, did you see that trailer for season 2?
Well, I looked it up and it was fake, Kevin.
Was it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
What's next?
No, it's because One Piece is lumbering caboose and their new movie they're making is taking up all the time. It's like One Piece is good, but F you, One Piece. Step to the side so Dragon Ball can come back.
Just taking time away from things that
You know
people
what that
want.
reminds me of? You know how we talked about Batman, I think, like, what was it, last week or the week before?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's his name? Rob Pattinson. Yeah. He had Corona, so they had to pause the recording for Batman.
Geez, so sad. He's not gonna freaking die. He's not in the danger area.
No.
Let's get back to important things.
No, I just thought that was interesting because you said the movie was taking so long. Well, yeah, it's taking a little longer now.
Mm-hmm. So now we finally get it. The big reveal. We finally know PlayStation 5, the standard disc-based edition, $4.99. Digital edition, $3.99.
They really want you to get that digital.
The consoles will release on November 12th.
The thing is, you'll never find a digital console at GameStop where they like Target.
You're never going to find anything at GameStop because it's going to be closed.
Probably.
I don't know. GameStop has actually been they've
been holding on for dear life for years. I don't know how they do it.
I know now they're good at it.
God bless GameStop. I hope it survives, but I don't think so.
Man, I don't know if y'all remember this, but remember when we would have GameStop memberships and you would accumulate points and you can use those points for things?
Technically, I still do, don't I?
I know I'm due to. Oh, I mean, I have to. But back when we could go out and swipe our cards, and then you could redeem those points for online currency, which you can use on your consoles. And then they took that away. Why? I don't know.
Rip.
I was able to do that because there was somebody's membership attached to my address, and I would just give them my address, and then I got discounts. And then one day my mom ruined it because she was like, "That's not us."
Oh.
Now, do you want to know what sucks? Is when I would get my Game Informer magazine, right?
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, they would ship it to the wrong address, so I would never receive it. And I went to GameStop and they fixed it too, and it still got shipped to the wrong address.
Remember when Game Informer would ship out coupons inside the magazines?
Yep.
And they were way better than the ones online. Why? I also don't know. Think a sign when they were kind of in the decline, I think, is when those coupons stopped showing up. And afford the coupon.
Can't inform something in my Game Informer magazine anymore. It's all online now, I think.
Uh-huh. It's a digital-only print.
Yeah. It's so sad, man.
Print.
I miss getting like a print magazine in the mail.
And man, seeing which game they expected to be hype on the cover and stuff.
I know. That was the best part. I think I still have all mine. They're like in my closet somewhere.
Yeah, no, I have stacks and stacks.
Just like National Geographic. Like you collect those. Yeah, I got the Game Informers.
Game Informer.
So now we know the price. Now we know Xbox is touting $4.99 and $2.99. PlayStation has $4.99 and $3.99.
Also, this may be a rumor, but isn't Xbox, those consoles are set to release on the 10th of November, aren't they?
Yeah, so
Wait, when is Cyberpunk scheduled to release?
November, isn't it? November within the 10th?
That's what I was wondering. Is it the 10th or is it right before or right after?
I don't know. I thought you did. Oh, it's a shame it just got delayed now. Because we forgot when it comes out.
No, it is November. They said they're not going to delay it anymore, so I'll have to go look this up.
Yeah, God of War Ragnarok, Kevin.
Yeah, God of War. Okay, so, there's actually not much to this trailer, just a voice and a symbol. But the implication was enough to get a full chub going. Cat, the podcast, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, man. No, I was watching YouTube, and I saw it was a 30-second clip. I'm like, what? And then it said reaction by accident. I'm like, oh man, those are the best. Because that Kratos, he has such a recognizable voice. All you need is just a black screen and him voicing over some stuff. And you're like, ooh.
It was just,
okay.
Yeah.
So it was 19th of November. And that comes out on PS4, Windows, and Xbox One. It also comes out on the Stadia, I think sometime.
Stadia's still around?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, man.
And then it won't come out for the PS5 or Xbox Series X or S until 2021.
Lagging Cyberpunk? I believe that about does it.
I'm kind of hoping Cyberpunk falls by the wayside when it comes out. Because it's been delayed so much.
It's got Keanu Reeves, though.
I know, but no one plays it because they all forgot.
I just want Keanu Reeves. That's the only reason I want that game, is because Keanu.
You're a simp, is what.
I was kind of hoping it'd be like, Brutal Legend, where he plays Jack Black, essentially. And I was hoping Keanu Reeves was the main character.
I think he is.
Yeah. Well,
that's not you. That is.
I think it's like a Fire Emblem where you play as the not main character.
I would have liked to have talked about the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase, but we're kind of strapped for time, so maybe.
Also, there was nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing in there. Let's never talk about it.
I didn't see it, so I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this, Mott. You ever wanted to snipe? You ever wanted to kill Adolf Hitler on the Switch?
You mean like, what's it called, Sniper Elite?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Sniper Elite 4 is coming to the Switch.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, do they have a dumb gun thing you put the Joy-Cons in to shoot?
I hope they do.
Oh wait, you guys.
Right? Why don't they take advantage of that for
the biggest plot point, the biggest update? My
Oh, are you 1+ weeks?
No, it shipped.
Oh,
yeah, the Valve Index. It shipped on Wednesday.
Then it'll be here November 26th.
No, it's supposed to be 22nd.
Oh, okay. Really close.
Yeah, it's supposed to be here the 22nd. We'll find out. I'll keep you updated. So by next podcast, I should have the Valve Index. I should have at least tried it once, and if not, it's because FedEx lost it.
Oh,
because I hate FedEx. I think I've mentioned this before.
Yeah,
but FedEx sucks.
Cool. You extended that podcast. You extended this one. All right.